back with more tips and tricks on kipping and how to be more efficient with them. So it's one of the other faults that I see with athletes when they're doing kipping is we go in the arch position first as opposed to jumping up in the hollow. Okay, so if we're trying to do pull-ups, toes to bar, or muscle-ups, you need to establish your hollow position once you first jump up on the bar. That allows you to stay in a good kipping motion. If you are one of those people that, if you think back to when you're doing toes to bar and those first couple feel a little awkward until you get the rhythm, video record yourself and see what you're doing when you first jump up on the bar. Are you jumping up and going immediately back with the feet and then coming forward? If that's the case, you'll notice that it takes 1 or 2 swings before you can establish. You're wasting a lot of energy in doing so, as opposed to jumping up into our hollow position first, then go back in the arc, and then you can come right through on either your muscle up or your toes to bar. Okay, so if it takes you a couple times to do it, let's just see, video record yourself and see. So a drill is kind of a target. It doesn't have to be a plate, it could be a shoe, it could be a band, it could be whatever, a crack on the floor, but basically the important part is you put something out in front of your bar, roughly, right out in front of it. That way when you jump up, you're gonna point your toes at it and you're gonna keep your toes on that target as we do it. So a good practice is to start here, and we're gonna jump up into that hollow position as soon as I get up there, right? And there's our drill. Now, I'm gonna demo what I was just talking about and what I see in losing the kip. So we jump up, generally this is what I see. We jump up, I immediately see people go back, and then they go into their kip, and it takes them a couple swings before they feel comfortable. Whereas if we can jump up into the hollow, and you can see how much higher I was able to get. I was able to generate power through the core, my quads, hips, and then when I went back, I was immediately ready to get into the rhythm of that kip, okay? So our drill again is gonna be plate or target out in front of us. When I jump up, I wanna stay in the hollow, so my toes are gonna be pointed forward, and then I'm gonna go back. So here's the drill. You're gonna go up, toes pointed, and then back, okay? So that's just a good way to practice the drill. So I'm gonna jump up again, toes pointed at the target, at the target, at the target on all 3 of those. So it was forward target, back, I still had my toes pointed at that target, and then the third one was toes at the target. So this is a good drill for you guys to practice if you're having trouble maintaining, or if you are unable to get your pull up, toes to bar, or your muscle up within that first kip. If you find yourself having to kip a couple times before you get into it to get that rhythm, I bet you if you, again, recorded yourself, you start in that arc. Okay, so I hope this helps. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys next week on another movement tip.